You know where you're supposed to put it? In your belly button.
Unheard of in the gardening world. We've managed to kill a buddleia.
I purposefully have ignored it.
But even ignoring them is supposed to make them grow stronger.
No, that's dead.
I know it's dead.
We're going to clear the front garden at some point too.
When?
Yeah, Weber. Gardening.
Green-fingered hell.
You can't even get the name of your playlist right.
Gardening hell. So you won't know this on Green-fingered hell because this is what we've been talking about on the vlog. Check out our vlogs. But I think this is a green-fingered hell issue. Don't you?
I think it's kind of a vlog issue.
It's a green-fingered hell
No, I
issue
think
because
a
it's
vlog
going
issue.
in
Do this.
to
Go
the garden.
What are we looking at?
Guess.
Barbecues.
Yeah.
Wish I could do now.
Oh no! You see, look, just a simple one like that, babe. I don't want anything with airs and graces.
What, one like that?
You know why you want
That
that
one?
one? Because it's a smoker.
She's
So that's when you put.
barbecue shopping. What do you think, Stephen, about barbecues?
Gas one, I think.
Gas.
Yeah.
It's the way to go now.
Yuck.
Yuck. Why?
Because it's not charcoal. I might as well put it on the grill.
Oh.
What you put on it is
Can you
Just
put
like cooking it.
chips.
You put wood chip on a gas. Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what Mark would like.
Yeah. What?
Wood chips on an electric one. Does it make them taste smoky?
Yeah.
This man has built barbecues most of his army life. You need to listen to him.
That is the best one to have. If you want a barbecue,
Yeah.
one built on a brick wall
Yeah.
and put them in. Because you could, and they do work the best.
Do that.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like the one you had in Spain.
Yeah, like here to how to grill with wood chips, Mark. Use wood chips and smoker packets.
What, like the wood chips we did with the wood chipper?
Choosing the best electric grill with wood chips. Oh, I see.
Oh. Are those
So you
bits
do
of
that,
wood?
and then that gives a nice, like, smoky flavour.
Oh, I could get into that.
Gas. You don't want electric.
Oh,
You want gas.
well, we've got an electric point out there.
Well, I know, but
But yeah, have a gas. Yeah, I know what you mean. You want
I
to
think electric ain't very safe to me.
Oh, okay. Gas, barbecue, Barbie. Oh, look, Mark, you'll like this. Look,
Yeah,
there's
look.
all tips
Oh,
and
look,
everything.
Wood chips. And so the wood chips give you the flavour. I want to do hickory.
Well, that's what I get pine cones for.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pine cones. Do you hear that, Nadia?
Mm, Dad would like
Stephen
that.
gets pine cones to put on the barbecue
No way.
to give
They're
it
all
flavour.
out in
All
your
those
drawer.
ones out there, yeah. You're
I
using
collected
them.
a bucket full.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we can recycle our pine cones. I'm really excited, Mum. We can actually beat the squirrels to our own pine cones, and obviously now Stephen, because obviously Stephen's doing a black market in our pine cones for barbecues.
No, I'll keep it for myself.
So we can use pine cones on a barbecue.
Yeah.
That's so
Because
cool.
it gives you the piney smell.
Yeah, piney flavour. I want piney flavoured food, Nat.
All right.
For some reason, she thinks you're a fan of this particular
Hello,
fruit.
green-fingered hell,
Just as
folk.
I've never seen a so fully developed
Oh my
gooseberry.
God.
I know, that's what
Oh
I
my
mean.
God, it's a perfect gooseberry.
I mean,
Did we know this was a gooseberry bush?
I
Yeah, I
didn't.
bought
Mark
it, yeah.
did, obviously. He bought
Oh,
it, but I didn't even realise
Aren't
he
they
bought it.
so
Aren't they sweet?
pretty? I'm feeling undulation.
I knew
coming
you'd
on.
ululate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so pleased because I don't know anything about growing fruit, and there's fruit growing.
God, because you haven't grown it.
But you know what? The
Yeah.
birds are going to have that. Brenda at work was saying anything, fruit, veg, anything. Put a net on it. It will not survive
Yeah.
without a net. The birds will have it.
Yeah, well, that
Squirrels
was one
will
of the
have it.
things we needed to talk about was flowers, not versus fruit, but flowers and fruit, whether
Yeah.
they need to be
Yeah.
in the same place or not.
Oh, look at the boog.
We need
Look.
to get... Look, your hibiscus.
Smells nice. The
Hole is
hibiscus.
coming.
To be honest, I don't really know what a hibiscus is going to look like.
No,
Very
who,
well.
who does?
It
It's
sounds nice.
Well, I can tell you exactly what it's going to look like. I only got it for one reason alone. Full shock of colour.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, how
Just colour.
exciting.
Just-
And what have you been doing over there?
Just clearing.
God, it looks so
Look at
clear.
it. Yeah.
You know what we've got to do, guys? We've got to get some pots.
Yeah, Nadia,
This will be
We've
nice
got
here
pots.
for the
Just
herbs.
bring the pots down here.
Wouldn't it? No, I like those pots.
You
Though.
know,
We
you
need
know
new
when
pots.
we were in Spain, do you remember the bougainvillea?
Yes.
But do you remember there was one place where it was red and it wasn't bougainvillea? And your mum said straight away,
Oh,
that's
yeah, that's
hibiscus.
That's hibiscus.
Oh, that's it.
So that's
Wait,
what
did the
it is.
photo in my hair?
Yes.
Yes.
That's hibiscus. That's what
Oh,
it is.
lovely.
Don't
Foxglove.
touch it. It's poisonous.
I know that now. It's a foxglove.
Lupins. Look, your lupins are coming. Anyway, this is the only part that's been cultivated because Mum's still clearing all of this, and we've just cut down the height of weeds. It's just weeds.
Look at the lawn.
It's great, isn't it? Look at the space.
Yeah.
See where Toffee is? That's going to become a bed. See the grass near to where Toffee is? That's going to become a whole flower bed there.
Can I just ask
With a
Nadia?
A whole flower bed?
With a path moving
me
down
just
the
ask
back
you
of it.
this.
You can't get a meadow there, everyone says you can't.
Where?
Because I thought that would be a nice place for a meadow, but everyone I ask says you can't
No.
do a meadow. You buy those meadow bombs and they don't work.
They don't work.
No, they don't.
They work in parks because they
Why?
have such vast spaces to just hurl
Right.
so many seed.
Right.
Let me just ask Nadia about this because she'd be a good person to ask. Because say you see this here. That is what they call a wild rose.
Toffee, get out.
Some people just say they're like weeds, but they are like weeds in the way that they grow. But they
They're
produce
pretty.
this pretty flower.
Yeah.
Now, would you want to keep that? You would,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah,
That's what Mark
wild
said. Mark
rose,
wanted
of
to keep
course.
it.
Yeah.
So I'll just get. But there's a bramble all tied up with it, so I'll go in and get the bramble. That's good.
Mind
Good.
your arms.
No, I am.
Sexist.
That's why.
So imagine
See?
a pool there.
See, here's the thing. See this innocent one bystander here. All of these are dying off. They're all falling into the soil. Next year you'll have 3 or 4 come up.
Yay, magic.
And that's what I love. I think that's a really sweet.
Magic of garden.
It's
Same
like-
with
it's
lupins.
what?
Magic of gardens.
Same with the poppy. When we get it out here. God, it's hot now, guys. Nadia's gone strange.
I need to tan.
Go and get a tan. Is Cook's all right? What's she doing now?
She's writing a story.
Oh, good.
I could just sit here and watch you, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Getting a tan.
Yeah. Read your book. Okay, really hot, really sweaty. Apologies. God, my hair look like some bloody idiot boy bander. Right. So I've brought the logs over from the other side of the garden that we've chopped down with all the trees, and I'm digging trenches. And look, the edge of the bed. So yeah, I'm sort of digging a trench that follows the shape of some of the trunks, so it looks more higgledy-piggledy. So I'm trimming into the lawn, but look, you can see, look, bed edge, edge of bed, bed edge. That looks good. So we can define the parameters of what we're working within. That's what I'm trying to do. Look.
Oh my God! I love it. Doesn't it look professional? It looks like
It's gonna,
a show garden.
at least it's the clear edge of a bed.
It's fantastic.
And that's what we're gonna do over there as
Absolutely
well.
fantastic. It shows you how big the spaces we're
Yeah.
dealing with, but
I've
and
also
it's just
cut the
beautiful-
trench to follow the wood, so it looks
Yeah.
more natural.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so nice. Oh, well done. Well
I've just got
done.
to clear all that. So basically, everything that's green in there pretty much is a weed.
Yes,
Which is
except
nice
for
of it.
the wild rose. Yeah,
How
that's
do we
going to
get
be the
rid of all
worst one.
that?
I know. Hold on. Let
You
me
have to go
finish
around
with
with a
this. one.
fork, won't I? So basically, we've defined a bed that's full of weeds. But at least we've defined the bed. And we found a use for the wood without burning it or using gas to chip it up.
How are you doing?
Yeah, just taking a breather.
Oh, it looks amazing though, doesn't it?
It'll look nice with some really just kind of tilled dark soil on the other side. won't it?
Exactly. You almost won't want to put anything.
But it seems such an inordinate task to get rid of. How do we get rid of all that green stuff?
I know.
It looks like it's worse than it was before, but I suppose I forget that today that was up to our
Yeah,
thighs.
yeah. Also, I was thinking, whereas I didn't think this would work, your plan, I didn't think it would work, but I think in a way it might do, is to keep buying plants for it
Yes.
and then dealing with that area. And even if it seems to be, and then,
That's my strategy.
yeah,
A slow encroachment before you get to
slow
the end of it,
encroachment,
done.
exactly. And I think that that's probably, and it's also probably more.
Hey,
Oh, well done.
done your workout.
Well done.
Well, that was great.
You like it?
Doesn't it?
Great. Huh?
Yeah. All the way along.
Yeah.
I know, it's brilliant.
You see, like now, over the ivy around the bottom of that, I've sort of got dispirited because it's so difficult to do.
And also, yeah, I mean, it's
and I'm
like
thinking-
we could make more of an impact if we both worked on just that area at the ground of it, couldn't we? So it was
the
almost
ground
dark
is
soil.
yeah, the ground I feel you will have to do because it's rock hard, that ground there.
So how does one get green. How does one get this green stuff out? Does one have to use a fork to turn it over and then shake out the roots?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anything will be... Well, you know when Stephen took out this one?
That was a log. That was a log. I'm talking about the weeds.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't a bramble.
No, it was a huge
Oh, it
tree,
wasn't a
old
bramble.
tree.
Well, yeah, all we can do with the brambles is...
Well, it's not the brambles, it's all the green stuff. But how do you de-weed? What's the... Is it a little fork, dig them up, shake it?
No, not a little fork, a big fork. In, up, turn it over, put it back. Shake it,
Yeah, but
put
you
it
have
back.
to take the weeds out, otherwise they just re-root.
No, you don't. If the roots are at the top,
Yeah,
if you
no,
turn it
they
over...
re-root. They re-root, that's the point. You need to get them out. That's why this keeps coming back. They were just turning it over and then they re-root again.
Well, I don't mean turn it... I mean, obviously not with most of these big ones, but...
I still don't understand. How is one supposed to weed? Does one put a fork in, turn it upside down, and then surely you have to remove the weed matter, otherwise weeds being weeds will re-root. No? Is that not right? So what I'm going to do is do a section. Because, and especially if you just pull the top of a weed off, the roots will grow again.
Oh, definitely. If you've got the root down, of course.
What's that bird?
Sounds like it's laughing at us.
It is. It's thinking you're never going to get rid of the weeds there. Neither of you know what you're talking about. How did you used to weed when you had a garden?
I never had anything approaching the scope of that.
What, this bed?
No, not really. That's as big as my whole garden at Bennett's. Not at Bennett's, at the other place. Oh, you mean at Bennett's? Yeah, but that was all laid to lawn except for around the edge.
Okay, there's
I
nothing
knew
for
this
it.
would
I've just got to get in. Yeah, but you've just got to get in. Just got to get in and do it. You can't just pussyfoot around the edges. So whilst I've been mowing the lawn, strimming, putting boundaries to the bed that is at the moment just a weed bed, it looks greener than it looked earlier today. That's the weird thing about it. It looks more weedy than it was this morning. Over here, past that strange sticky thing that I planted, what is that going to become, if it's going to become anything?
It will.
Nanny Di has been working on, what's it called, this thing that flowered next to the patio?
I'm not
Orange
convinced.
blossom, was it you called it?
Well, I'm not convinced it is that now.
Whatever it is,
Whatever it is.
it's very pretty. But
Yeah.
in the middle of it is a
them the
rogue
middle.
bramble.
Plus
I'll show you in a minute.
a very mature ivy, which, as subs will know, when ivy gets really mature, then its roots, as it goes in, it becomes woody as well.
So
there
we've
are
got
double-
woody ivy, we've
double
got brambles. I can still see brambles in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're trying to clear that. Obviously, the danger with clearing this is that it makes it even thinner, the greenery from the lounge that Nadia likes. So we have to go with caution.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, I'm going to have a go at some of this to see if we can just definitively clear a patch. And then we could maybe buy something later from the garden centre and plant it. Sorry guys, I'm having to use my nose to record. This is ridiculous, I've got no hands. So, I can't hold the camera because look what I'm wearing. Look Nads, look what we're going to use.
Oh, yay!
We're about to use them. So let's go and give them to Nanny Di, her pair.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Here you go.
I think I'm coming to the end.
Coming to the end, we've only just started.
I've been going since 8 o'clock. I've been going since you guys left.
What, were you out here when we weren't here?
Yeah, of course.
When?
This morning.
I thought you just got up. Right, here we go. This is our Wolverine
Oh my
moment.
God, look at that snail.
Let's see how robust these are. So, this is hard work, but look, we've buried Nadia. We've buried her vertically, top of her head. We're hoping her curly hair will grow up into some kind of bush. Bring back the bush. So yeah, so we've just tested digging over this section, shaking the fork, bagging up the weeds, and then I thought I'd chuck a load of fresh compost over the top. May as well start digging it in, prepping it. So like my mum said a minute ago, maybe the best strategy, and it's kind of what we've started to do here, though we already had peonies, wild peonies in there. Though they wouldn't have been wild once, would they? Lupins, peonies, peony trees. What's that? Foxglove?
Yeah, foxglove.
And then we got that tree there. So we could go to the garden centre and buy something to go there, Mum. What
Yeah.
should we put there?
Yeah, come on, let's think. We've got 3.
A rose bush?
Well, we could start moving.
Go on.
I was thinking we could start moving some of those things from there. I was thinking before, where could that pyracantha go? But the best place for a pyracantha is along the edge, definitely.
Right.
Along the edge.
Yeah.
So in
Why,
that-
why is it an edging plant?
Well, because of the pricks and everything.
But that means it will scratch you, so you should put it in the middle of a bed.
Okay. It's
Don't
usually
you
used as
think?
an edging.
But yeah, no, I'm curious to know why.
Because I don't
There's
know.
Toffee. You right, Toffs?
Look, it's a thing.
Thinking. So look, subs, we've now got an edge to the bed. Edge to the bed. Freshly dug up soil and added compost and de-weeded. And Nanny Di has de-weeded this bit here, which is all good.
Dead-headed a lot.
Dead-headed a lot of it. But even this, I've noticed that this fern, since I've cut it back, has got nice green foliage. Look at the top.
Yeah.
Fresh. Really does pay to cut things back, Mum. I don't know why you don't ever want to deadhead things. You've had enough, haven't you?
Well, no,
Yeah.
no, not inordinately, but
Why don't you sit
I
on
want
that
a break.
chair? Go and have a break. Well done.
that's annoying me.
I think we've proved a point. How long did that take to kind of dig that up in
Well,
15 minutes?
yeah, for you, it would have taken me. I mean, I did that little area there where it's all come back.
Got 3 bags
Me all
of
day.
See, those bags of compost are a really nice way to hide a mirror distance, because I guess as soon as the weeds then start to push through, we can just pull them out
Yeah.
as they appear, and then it seems a bit more manageable.
Yeah.
Look, we're trying to prep this whole bed. Look, I've put all the wood along the edge. Doesn't it?
Do you think
Got a lawn. So look, if you had your friends over, you could easily have a picnic. There's no poo on that lawn there.
God, I'm seeing double.
Mm.
Need to sit down for a
Go
minute.
and sit down, Mum.
Double.
Sit down.
Drink your tea,
I'm
love.
going to.
It'll be now, hopefully.
Hi. Oh, Mum, just quickly do that. Go.
Oh,
Branch just went in my eyeballs, and we should have been using a set of gloves.
can you see some? Look, just there. You need to go and either.
Not really, no, I can't see it at all.
I can.
Put your finger on it.
No.
But look, subs, we're trying to cut this garden. What was it, a garden bush? The park
Yeah,
bush.
bush.
Park bush, Nanny Di calls that. That there is the bush that we're going to just cut down one day and not tell her. I looked into it. The Magnolia stellata
Yeah.
needs more sun than is there.
Oh, what about right in the middle of
Magnolia
this?
stellata would be good in there.
Yeah. And it could only be a stellata because they're the only one. They've grown
But
too
it's
big. The
pretty
other ones.
good sunlight there, so that could be good.
Yeah.
Hard work, but we're getting there.
I haven't stopped talking
All working.
for 4 hours whilst working, I know. You look like you were.
Have I got
You
a
look
cut in
like
my eye?
you're-
The branch went right
It
into
just
my
went near
eye.
his eye. Can you see?
Mark.
It just
Can you
missed
see
his
it?
eye. Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
you
Have
can
you?
really see it.
Oh yeah.
So that was a thorn. That's
No,
why
it was a branch that flew out and went in, and it could have just gone a bit
No
higher.
goggles, babe.
Oh, sweaty
You
forearm.
washed your hands.
Sweaty. Nah, I'm a
No,
man.
you're
I'm
not
a man.
eating your sandwich.
I'm a man, and I
Mark,
eat things manly.
Fox poo, dog poo, no.
All right. I'll tell you what I have got is a really sharp cut under my nail, and lots of soil's gone in it. Is that bad?
Really bad.
Are you really taking that home?
You have
Won't
to
it
go
just
in my
fall apart?
terrarium. Yeah, I'm going to soak it first.
You're going to put it in a terrarium?
A terrarium, yes.
Soak it, it will fall apart.
No, it won't. Well, not soak it, but just.
Hang on.
She's trying to lift the log.
Oh, she's pulled it out. Toffee.
Yeah, she has. She thinks it's her stick. Oh,
No.
I love that. I think that looks so nice,
Hey?
doesn't it?
Yeah.
How come you've got an ice cream and I haven't got an ice cream? That ice cream suits my top and it doesn't suit your top.
But look at
you an ice cream. No, look, it suits my top.
Yeah. We'll have a
Suit
bite
your
then.
top.
Come over here though and look. Look from here.
I love weeds. Weeds are just flowers.
Look from here.
Are plants.
Look from here.
I know, I love it. It looks really good.
It looks great from here, Mum.
Really looks
Especially
good.
look with the lawn. And look, there's going to be a new bed over there.
I just think, do you think it's wise to make that whole thing a bed?
Not the whole thing.
There's
It's
no
just good.
light there.
Yeah, no, believe me, it'll look
Okay.
great. Do you like?
Great. We just need the washer. We need the high power washer. It's so huge, isn't it? The size of
Huge bed, isn't it?
You could have a lap pool in there.
You could do that here. But I think it actually looks quite sweet just over there with the little kind of greenhouse area.
I like the little greenhouse over there.
The chair,
So
our bonsai apple trees.
I know. We're very
Can
blessed.
have a shed in that corner.
I can't believe we've never, ever used this garden. So bad.
Look, you could absolutely have a picnic here.
Oh yeah, it's got a big
Toffee's pulled all this shit
festival here.
But Toffee's pulled all this shit here. It's clear of shit. It's really nice.
I think we should plan to have one of those office houses there.
A shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. So much hard work gone into it all. My
Isn't
God.
it?
Yeah.
God, it looks wonderful, doesn't it?
It's so clear.
It's real.
So this area is just horrific. Look, we've got guinea pig dereliction here. Look. It's guinea pig, look. It's just fallen back. Look at it.
Oh God, when did
I mean, look, this is a bed as big as the one we're
It
working
is.
on.
No. Now stop, because it's going to become too much for us. That's a lilac right in front of us, a white lilac. And I think you've got a purple one down there.
It's just so much. Mum, there's so much.
But again, you see what's happened to it? One or two flowers on sporadic things. If that was chopped down to here, not next year, but in 2 years' time, you'd have lilac on the top of a tree. With gardening, you do have to wait possibly an extra year, as you said about the strawberries. I mean, I'm shocked.
Well, we've
by
rediscovered the
strawberries.
magnolia tree.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is a hunking great tree, this one, isn't it? It's a nice canopy. I do like some canopies.
I like all the canopies as long as they're sort of.
But yeah, so there we go, guys. It looks like an absolute mess this side, but you push through here across this bed. I'm going to call this fig bed, because you're there. And then you get through to this almost organised, almost organised bed. It's just great. And we can see the path. See the path again. So, there you go, subs. I'm going to speed up Nanny Die. Oh, you're doing my thing. So we're at the end of green-fingered hell. What sort of a green-fingered hell has it been for you, Ma?
Oh, it's been brilliant, but very, very tiring.
We've done a lot.
We've worked our socks off.
Yeah, we've managed to get that. I'm going to use cutaways, like
Yes.
a good old-fashioned telly here, so we don't
Yes.
have to keep walking around.
Yeah.
We've tested pulling up weeds in the central bed
Yes.
and filling it with soil. And
Yes.
I'm quite excited we could buy a plant to put in there tomorrow.
I know.
Maybe a Magnolia stellata. I've put in a boundary to
Yes.
the
Which
bed.
you can see. Oh, you're going to show
I'm going to
them
show
in a
them,
minute.
yeah, boundary. I've chopped an awful lot. Let's just spin
Yeah.
around.
Let's walk down
I've chopped an awful lot.
the thing.
That's the green bush she really likes. But what I quite like about it is it means you can see the other parts of the garden.
Yeah.
Views. We're getting vistas and views.
Yeah,
and
it makes
it feels interconnected and like it's breathing. I don't want to get pretentious, but it feels like life and air is breathing from one part of the garden to another.
Yeah.
Does it to you?
It absolutely
Sort of,
does.
it feels like there's visual oxygen.
I've never felt as
Do you like
much.
that?
Yeah, I do very much.
Visual oxygen.
And as much as, I mean, I've known this garden for as long as Mark and Nadia have been
Probably
married,
longer.
obviously. Yeah, and in some ways more
Yeah.
intensely, because when I was doing the garden.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it looking so good in terms of...
It feels like it
obviously
has
there's-
structure.
Yeah. There's a lot that needs doing. And subs, when you look at it, you might think, oh my God, that's...
Shambolic. You might think shambolic.
But it's this opening up of vistas and
Yeah.
seeing how it was in the first place with this path,
With
for
the
example.
patio, yeah, and the park. There's been a few sacrifices on the way. For example, all of the debris from yet more trees coming down is going into what was going to be my kitchen garden. So here's the thing. Thank God I decided not to grow veg this year. That would have been an additional stress. That was very un-addict of me
Yeah,
to
true.
say no.
Yeah, true.
No to the little seedlings. No to the courgettes that frustrated me and I only got one.
Yeah.
We're going to park you and we're going to think about you next year. I feel like I can look at this lawn and I can see this bed taking shape. I can see a new bed over there, though Nadia feels that's too much, but I don't. Maybe a shed in the corner.
Yeah.
I feel this one here is going to become Acer City, which is that, but big. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've even today, Mum,
Yeah.
started to nibble at the clematis that's
I
got
know,
overgrown.
yeah,
Have you seen
yeah.
over there?
Well, yeah.
So shall we have
Let's have a look.
let's have a look. Look down here.
Oh,
So,
look, I've got a strange green insect on me.
oh, come on. So look. So yeah, here's the bed that we've been working on. There's Nan's chair, and look, there's one little area. Toffee, can you stop grabbing sticks? Obviously, it started with a mow. It started with the mower.
It did.
As you can see, look, that. Now, I'm not telling Nads that, but I've basically trimmed all those off in order to basically chainsaw the fucking thing down.
Yeah.
And then come round here, and I've even cleared more of this bed here. You can see the fig tree now at the top.
Yeah.
I've lopped a few limbs off that.
The stuff at the top of the fridge.
There's the fig tree up there, you can see it. There's some figs up there, you just can't get to them.
Yeah.
Now the reason that's so high is because it was struggling to go around all these trees that
Yeah.
Stephen's removed. But I've removed another one which has just landed on me and injured me. Look, there you go.
Everything has gone up high because there was no light. It was dark and dismal down here, and everything's grown upwards. And in the process of growing upwards, has got weak.
There's no visual oxygen in this garden.
No
Well, there
visual
hasn't been.
oxygen, as you
No.
said.
But look at the view now. You can almost feel. Look at this bed behind us. Look,
It's brilliant.
look. It feels organised, even though it's covered in weeds.
Yeah, because each weed can be altered for a plant.
Yeah.
Each weed, in fact.
So I think it looks great. And then,
birds like
through here.
it.
Look, we can even walk through here. Look. Over here, this is to the area where Stephen obviously made that huge assault on this fence. No, well, this bed is just an enormous ivy fest. But look, I've even cut down, I've butchered some of that so we can get through it.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Mum?
Yeah.
Going down this pathway here, why don't we get an arbour to go?
Yeah, that would be.
And then
good,
once
as
we've
long as
cleared
this
all,
was- yeah, as
once
long
we've cleared all of that, we could grow something pretty up here.
Yeah, but we would have to clear something.
Yeah,
there 'cause
but an
we wouldn't
arbour
have
that
enough
runs
land.
along,
Oh.
several arches,
Oh, okay.
just metal arches to grow
No,
things
no,
up.
no, absolutely. As long as they had light.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, everything needs a light,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it does. And that's what. Oh,
That's what we're lacking.
Yeah.
That's what we were lacking. But yeah, so there we go. But of course, the sacrifice, the major sacrifice, is that all that shredding and chipping that we now have another enormous dumping area. But that is just a day. That is sound like Nanny Thelma. That's going to be a day of wood chipping.